Thanks for getting us back to reality on this. Is just the base salary. So, I mean, there can be a lot of incentives, like their staff, they need to look at, maybe between now and the time the superintendent starts, our structure doesn't look the same, and our taxpayers might be okay with 300 if there's not as many people in that top group. Who knows? I'm just saying.
I find it interesting that we started this conversation where I made that exact statement and then we went backwards and now we're back there again. I find it very interesting. There was a statement that we may not scare off a candidate with $195,000. Yes, we will scare off a candidate with $195,000. Absolutely will. Taking a chance. I'm not taking a chance on anybody. We should be getting a very qualified pool of candidates to look at. I ain't taking a chance on anybody because we owe it to our community to not be taking a chance. Because I don't know if we've been paying attention, but our community wasn't pleased with the decision that was made, nor are the leaders of the industries within this community. Those same leaders, as Mr. Susan restated, who are making a significant amount more money than a superintendent that we're bringing into the school district, who should be an everyday partner with those industries. I had a meeting the other day, and I'm not going to get specific here because they're debating whether or not they're going to say it themselves, that I was informed that a significant number of industry leaders in this county are very concerned about the actions that were taken by this board when it comes to our superintendent firing and the discipline conversation, because they are having trouble recruiting people in already for those jobs. They're calling them and asking questions about the school system. You can tap your finger all you want, Mr. Susan. You need to take a minute to think about the decisions we're making for this position. It is so critically important. It doesn't just impact this school system. It impacts the businesses and industries around us, never mind the children that we work with every single day. This is a very, very, very important decision. I'm not taking a chance on anybody. And I hear you, Andrea, when you say that this is a fiscally conservative community. I argue that from the day we made this terrible decision, because we've already spent a ton of money by making this decision we should have never made. And unfortunately, that same day I argued that, I made this very same statement. By firing our superintendent, we now have an issue of supply and demand. And how it works in industry and in business is that you're going to be totally fine with getting somebody who's less qualified than the person before. It doesn't make any sense. There is no way we are getting a qualified candidate in here under $250,000, and I do not believe we're going to get a superior candidate for under $300,000. This is very, very important. And Mr. Trent, I'm going to tell myself you didn't just threaten the jobs of our cabinet members here in public. Because I don't know if you all forgot, but you just voted for an organizational chart that increased the number of staff members, not decreased. So out of respect for the people who work for us and do the day-to-day work, I'm going to say, I'm sorry you had to sit here and listen to that. Because I do not wish for our next superintendent to come in and replace you or remove your positions to make their salary higher. That's a non-negotiable for me as well. And that's going to be a non-negotiable for the taxpayers as well. For the industry leaders who are already concerned about the stability of this school district. Insanity, absolute insanity. This responsibility is so tremendous, so tremendous. Is it funny to you, Ms. Wright?
It is.
It is?
You are.
Great.
All right.
Miss Jenkins.
No, sir.
We're
I am
not-
not done.
if you-
Point of order. I am not done,
Point
sir.
of order.
Point of order.
Paul,
I am not done, sir. You do not have the
I
floor.
have an opportunity
No,
because
sir.
you did something
I
in the
am not
middle of
done.
it. Paul,
No, sir.
can
Point
you
of order.
explain that part
Point
of
of
point of
order.
order during
Point of
Robert's
order.
rules is to address the chairman, not other
Point
school
of order.
board members?
Point
Mr.
of order.
Paul.
That would be correct. All comments should be directed toward the chairman.
So Miss Jenkins, if
So,
you can
Ms. Wright,
address,
please don't
if you
direct
can
your comments
address
to
your
me.
comments
Yes, say the
to
same thing to
me.
Ms. Wright, please, sir.
Well, the issue is that you're
Mr.
the one
Susan,
lobbying
I
them.
am sick
So,
and
thank
tired
you.
of your
Thank you
rules
for
being
addressing
applied
me.
to one school
They're
board member and not
Robert's
the
rules.
rest of them.
They're Robert's
You
rules.
don't know Robert's rules, sir.
I just
No, you
asked the
don't.
parliamentarian and he just verified it.
Absolutely not. Listen
I
to
just
me.
did.
I am sick and tired of being disrespected by certain members of this board, and I will speak out whenever I feel. This is an extreme responsibility to our community. And the fact that you're laughing about it up here is ridiculous.
Nobody's laughing about the decision that we're making
Really?
here.
Really?
I'm
Point of
not.
order.
You're supposed to
Point of
be.
order. Give me a break. Absolutely ridiculous.
Thank you, Ms.
I just cannot allow this narrative to continue that this board made a mistake and now we're paying for it. Can't allow it. I don't want to hear that anymore. We made the decision and we go on. We made it based on what we felt was right for this district. And we're going to pay for the leadership to take charge of Brevard and go forward. It's not an added expense because of the decisions that we made in the past. We made those decisions that got us in these seats. And I've not gotten those same emails or phone calls. I'm not hearing that from the business community out there. So I'm very confident in the decisions we've made. I'm kind of tired of sitting up here with the picture being painted that we have our tails between our legs because of decisions we've made. I think we're making the right decisions for this county. We are fiscally conservative in Brevard. We're actually conservative in Brevard. So those are the people that we respond to, and that's what we're going to have moving forward. So I would look at other counties if it doesn't fit your narrative, but not in Brevard.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.